I hope you enjoyed learning about Solomon and the church in Corinth last week. I pray those lessons were challenging to you, helped you evaluate your own perspective of work. This week, we've come to the final habit. Worship. It's everything. Most of the time when we think of worship, what comes to my mind at least, is the band playing on Sunday mornings. I think of raising my hands and sort of swaying back and forth and feeling emotionally connected to Jesus. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one in the worship center. A wise worship leader actually told me once, worship may start on Sunday mornings, Mindy, but real worship is carried out with persistence in your daily life throughout the rest of your week. But my view of worship going beyond Sunday mornings actually didn't even start to change until I shifted my personal motivation for exercise from self-centered exercise to more Christ-centered. We studied that in depth during week number 5, but it's important that we touch on it again. I've actually researched extensively how Eastern religions use their bodies as a form of worship to their false gods. For instance, some actually shape their bodies into certain positions. Those positions actually represent a tribute to a specific god. It dawned on me that somewhere within the Western culture, within the history of church, we've lost the art of worshiping God through caring for our own bodies. I began to ponder just like how much more action-oriented Christians could we be if we had stronger, able bodies that could care for the sick, feed the hungry, love the widow, care for the orphan. But in contrast, we're a country with high rates of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. We literally tend to be more sedentary in our churches, and I mean that both literally and metaphorically. Once I began to shift and to think of my body as a temple of the Holy Spirit that could honor God and worship Him through exercise, I began to transfer that same worship, that same attitude through other aspects of my daily habits, from work goal setting to sleep to journaling to food intake. All of it can be a worshipful tribute of thankfulness to God. I truly hope this week's lessons will remind you how important it is to worship God through all 7 healthy habits, with all your daily to-dos and all the blessings that you have in your life. God has given you a body to worship Him with.